The purpose of these presentations is to examine the dynamics of symmetrical and asymmetrical power. Here, we will discuss the definitions of these terms. We can speak of symmetrical and asymmetrical power as relationships that exist among two or more individuals. The issue of power symmetry depends crucially on the ability of individuals to inflict harm on one another. It is essential to note that harm, as discussed here, is subjectively defined by the individuals in question, because those individuals' subjective perceptions of what constitutes harm will determine what they see as the constraints of any given situation. For instance, an individual who despises his job and has enough money to sustain himself without it might not consider being dismissed from that job as a substantial harm, whereas another individual who has nothing but that job to support him and fears being unable to find another employment nearly as lucrative will consider a similar dismissal to be a colossal harm. The behaviors of these two individuals will differ accordingly. With these considerations addressed, we can now define symmetrical and asymmetrical power. Symmetrical power exists among individuals or parties, either when no one among them can harm anyone, or when everyone among them can harm anyone else to an equal degree. We shall call these two possibilities the no-harm symmetry and the equal-harm symmetry, respectively. Asymmetrical power exists among individuals or parties when some among them can harm some others to a greater degree than the others can harm them. No-harm power symmetries, equal-harm power symmetries, and power asymmetries encompass the entirety of possible power relations among human beings. The three categories are the only ones logically permissible with respect to the concept of symmetry. In future presentations, we will be discussing examples of each kind of symmetry or asymmetry, and furthermore, the dynamics of these symmetries and asymmetries, how stable they are, what are their respective tendencies over time, and how might it be possible to reverse or undo some dangerous power asymmetries.